Yeah, you know, we talked about the first quarter struggles, and more so it's the energy level or lack thereof a lot of times by the Clippers. And there's a lot of energy, and that's what he did right there to Big Zoo inside.
And then Zoo on the other side gets those two right back. So the two teams trading punches here to start things out. They go right back to work. Zion singly covered by Zoo. Zoo's not weak. George spoon feeds Zoo. Surrounded by defenders, a patient attack for Ivica Zubac.
It's afternoon, definitely.
Live ball turnovers, a point of emphasis for the Clippers. There's one right there, and Murphy with the finish. Jose Alvarado is out there spelling relief for Zion Williamson. Morris goes right. Has been terrific. If people wondered, did he still have it? Well, the answer is yes. I'll give you some numbers a little bit later. Paul George, elevates, and we have liftoff here in downtown. They have also forced three for New Orleans. We talked about C.J. McCollum and the slump not lasting very long. He knocks down.
Don't turn it over. You get high-quality shots like we saw last possession.
Mere Coffee guarding Nance, who is able to float it in, cuts the lead down to 5. Wall picked up by Alvarado. Singly covered, finds Kennard on the wing. Ball fake, steps inside from 20. The shot is good. Alvarado zigs and zags his way down the lane. No, but there is Nance showing off that. They've got numbers. Powell tries to feed to Coffee. Good defense by Graham. Zion alone. And flushes it home. Then, his first game ever. He's just 12 of 44. Pelicans turn it over. Jackson to Powell.
Nice. If you had to go search and you just weren't talented. We're talented. It's just stop making those, self-inflicted wounds and plays. You see Valanciunas knocking in. That's what we were doing.
Down to 6. There were some heat checks in one of those games. I think he hit 7 in a row. Here's Kennard. Can we get a little dueling banjos? Yep. Clippers looking to push. Powell down the lane. Wraps it around to Coffee for the flush. George. Powell. Marcus Morris, who was the first player in double figures and continues to smolder. I'll tell you what, he is 5 for 7. McCollum into the paint, tries to spin around on Powell. Spoon feeds Valanciunas, and he lays it in. Clippers at 47%, but it's only a 4-point affair. Marshall in the corner for 3, scratched out by Larry Nance. Wow, what a defensive play with a minute to play in this first half. McCollum. And he gives the Pelicans
that little step back right by the box.
Morris back to man. Double clutcher. Draws the foul. Counted and sent him to the line. Tasking line for Zion Williamson. 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 helpers. Zion down the lane. A whistle and a foul, and give him. Reverse the course of what their goals were going forward as far as the rebuild. That's when they shut him down. That's the first bucket of the year for Jackson Hayes, and it's an impressive one. Accelerates down the lane, finds Powell. Back in the lineup, 4 to shoot. Tough shot. Tough for whom? Norman Powell with 12. George goes to work on Marshall. Ball fake, surrounded by the long arms of Valanciunas. Some way, somehow able to lay it up and lay it in.
Yeah, sometimes talent just wins over size.
Moves to his left and gives to Murphy. Accelerates from the line to the lane, wraps it right back around to Zion Williamson for the lay-in. 14 for Zion. Murphy, baseline drive. McCollum for the deep 3. I thought the jinx was going to work. Not on C.J. McCollum this afternoon. I did not see the replay, so maybe on the replay it makes it look like it's a more of an attempt at the ball. Reggie Jackson, that's his second basket in as almost many possessions. He is a very nice player here for New Orleans, and you line him up with Zion. Boy, that is a tough front line. Hook shot by Valanciunas. Speak of the devil. When leading by 10 or more, the Pelicans 0-2 when they trail by 10. Morris for 3. It's short. Right place, right time for George. Bouncing into defenders. Gets a friendly roll and it settles in. McCollum tries to make him pay in transition. Horseshoes off the iron. Murphy with a high-rise rebound and an acrobatic finish. Deep defensive stance for Morris. Tries to stay in front of McCollum. Spinning, fading, firing, and filling it up. C.J. McCollum breaking out of that slump that has started the season with him. It's going to be a process. I really don't think you're going to see the true brand of this Clipper basketball until the new year. Maybe shortly later. I mean, it's just going to take a while for it.
Pelicans.
It's the 13th foul. Clippers have one more to give. So too do the Pelicans. Lob to Zion, hovers above the cup and smashes it in. It's a 10-point lead.
Room to take off.
One toe spin to the baseline for Williamson. Comes up on the same side and lays it in. Power and finesse from Zion Williamson. 78-67. Team with the ball is a team with the lead. Williamson trying to post on Batum. Works it again. Cross court to Graham. Holds the finish and knocks it down. Devontae Graham with his second bucket. He has 6 points and 5 assists.
The deeper he gets against the zone defense, you're just covering areas. And the quick passing gave up that open three.
Powell for three. It's good. Valanciunas posting on Kennard. Gets some help from George. They work it back to Graham for a contested three off the window and in.
I mean, you do everything right sometimes defensively.
Norman Powell. Kennard steps inside from 20, and the Pelicans will live with that.
Yeah, that's that product getting your eyes, man. You can't see.
Oh, there we go. For three. 92-77. McCollum swings it to Marshall. 3 to shoot. Nance, mid-range jumper is good.
For fighting and clawing their way.
Well, they were terrific. Yep. Marshall will take it to the house. And an exclamation mark here for the Pelicans. Ty Lue has seen enough. Necessarily the most efficient 12 minutes, but they looked good. You could just tell that they were into the game. They found a rhythm. They led 36-25 midway through the second quarter. Contested three. The rebound poked around. Ahead to Nance. And the rest of the series that we will play against the Pelicans, but this is a really great roster, great talent, and as we learned last year, great coaching on the sideline as well.
And it's kind of how you kind of put the team together in regards to the complementary pieces around Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, and also Zion Williamson, and that's why they play the way they do.
Season Clippers are going to fall to 2-4. Clippers haven't won since their game in the capital city against the Kings. Ty Lue is going to